Hey guys, welcome to this video tutorial. So in this video, we'll see one, a very frequent problem. Whenever we create an entity, so at that time we get an error like the natural key for the table. Then here you typically get the table name was not found. So you get this type of error. So we'll see how we can deal with this problem and what would be the probable solution here. So first of all, I will start my demo here. So I will simply click on add. We'll go to new items here. I will go to data model and I want to create a data entity here. So let's say I want to create a data entity named as when packing slip general entity, GUR entity. So let me click on add. So it will take some time. Okay, here we go. So here we need to select our primary data source. So we'll be selecting when packing slip channel. So when I select this particular primary data source, so automatically the public collection or entity name would be this, and a staging table will be created with same name as entity, but at the end staging will be added, and here these two privileges will get created. So now when I will click on next button here, I should get an error. See, the error is the natural key for the table when packing slip was not found. So first of all, this error, it came. So let me show you why this error came. You see here the natural key for the table when packing slip was not found. So I will go to my AOT, I will cancel this. So I will go to AOT. Let me extend this data model node and let me go to table here. So I will search for when packing slip journal. Packing slip, yeah, this one. So when I view designer this table and I go to properties, we sort this from E to Z, and here when you go to so you see this primary index is rec ID. Okay, so that's why we are getting this error. Okay, so there could be multiple solution if you want to create a entity. Okay, so what you could do, a simple solution here is we will simply duplicate this table. So I will say duplicate in project. Yeah, let me first of all give you high level steps what we'll do, okay, to counter this error. So we will duplicate our table, okay, then we'll add one more index, okay, and then I will create a data entity based on this particular table with this new table. Okay, now once the data entity will be created, then I will switch to my older database, that is my actual table. So here are the 4 high level steps. First step is we'll duplicate the table, we'll add one more index here, and we'll also change the property of our table. Then we'll create a data entity and we'll select new table. Okay, when I say new table, it simply means copy table. Okay, once my entity will be created, then I will switch my new database to older one. So I will show you practically how to do. So here you see this particular table is created now. Okay, so what I will do, I will create here one more index. Okay, and let me add any random field here. We are just interested in solving this particular error. So let's say, so let me choose here maybe this field, account, this particular field. So I will simply save this field. Okay, now once I added my new index, this is a non-rec ID index. Okay, and one more property I will need to change here. So I will say allow duplicate as no. We don't need this table later, so that's why we'll simply focus on whatever we need. So now here I will switch my primary index. Where is this? Yeah, this one. So here you see my new index is getting visible. Okay, so I will simply save this. And now we have created our table. So now I will simply create my entity. So I will go to new items here. And now I'll try to create entity. I will say here again same name when packing slave general entity. And let me simply add this. So the wizard is open, entity wizard is open. Now we'll go with that new table when packing slip general, and here you see this copy table is coming. So I will just make sure other things are fine here. So I will simply click on next. Again, once you will click on next, it will again get freeze for some time. So we need to be patient. Okay, so here we go. So probably I think we don't need all of these fields. So I will try to okay, it got created. So now I will open my entity. Let me go to here data source node. Okay, so the interesting thing that I will do now is you see here our key field is order account. Okay, that get automatically fetched. Okay, here let me delete these fields, this data source. I'll simply say delete from here, and okay, so here I have too many fields, so probably I can delete a few of them. Example, I think these are not required. Delete. Let me see what else I can delete. I think I can delete all of them. Okay, so now what I will do, I will change my data source to actual one. So I can simply remove copy here because this was my original database. I will simply save this, and here if you see, now I need to explicitly change my this field here, this one. So here let me choose the rec ID field here. So is rec ID available here? So I'll create rec ID as entity key. So I'll simply copy this rec ID and let me paste this to here. So rec ID copy, okay, fine. To differentiate this one, the name would be something like this. So I'm good. It is actually the proper data source only. Okay, so now I need to make sure I'm choosing the right index here. So I will now use my new rec ID copy field here. Okay, so this is completed. Now I will need to do certain changes at my staging table as well, because I've removed few fields from my table. So what I will do, I will simply update my staging table so that it will automatically update. Okay, I think I might get error for this field, but let's see, staging table, okay. So here I have removed few important fields. So what I will do, let me try it one more time. Delivery address. Okay, so I will go to relation. Here I only have this relation. Let me do a build here quickly. Okay, so here I'm getting a lot of errors, so probably what I will do, I will try to remove most of the fields. Let me simply delete, and let me try to delete all these fields as well. Save. Let me make sure the property here is true. Let me try to update my staging table. Okay. So those fields were available from this child data source. I deleted the child data source, so that's why you were getting error. Let's see, our staging table is fine now. Yeah, it have only few fields, so let us build now. Okay, again we got few errors. First of all, let's fix this one. From the staging table, if you will go to properties here, staging table, properties. So there's a field called, yeah, these fields. Let me go down again. This title field, let me remove this and this one. Let me save. Error list. Okay, so that error is gone now. Here it is saying view field does not have valid data source. Okay, so this field says because it belonged to a different data source that we have already deleted, so I'll need to remove this as well. I can go back to error list. Okay, let's try to do a build now. Let me rebuild. So build is completed now. So now we'll see output of this particular new view. So the easiest way would be we can simply go to SSMS. You can once refresh your database from here. So simply right here select asterisk from name of your data entity, that is in our case it was when packing slip this general entity. So execute this. So you can see we are getting the proper output here. Okay, like we're getting the data from multiple legal entities because we haven't set any filter here. And now what we could do, we could verify the same thing from our workspaces as well. So just go to data management here. Okay, let's go to data entities section here. Here simply search for that entity. So I will say here print packing slip. Yeah, you see here the entity is visible here. This was our staging table and this was the name of our entity, and even you could click on this modify target mapping, and here we could see all the fields, all the visualization, everything, and we can also start using this entity for export and import purpose. So let me go to notepad here. See, we have As I've told you, whenever we'll get this type of error, one way would be you can duplicate the existing entity and then do the modification, or else you can simply duplicate your table, then you can add one more index, then simply change the table property, then create a new data entity, use the new database, then switch back to older database. We removed all the unnecessary fields. So we removed all the unnecessary fields and everything there. So then our data entity is ready, and even we could use it for export and import purpose. So thank you for watching this video.